Hello friends, hello in the new year. While my transmission GX drivetrain is almost ready for the testing, there will be lots of fun in testing this thing because on the bike stand it already works not as smooth as the tourney that was on this bike, and this bike also awaits the last upgrade, which will be the air fork, budget air fork with the straight steer. But today we're talking about something else, about something I would and would not buy. And here I have the pedals that I would not buy anymore. These are M520, these are M8000. So this is the XT, we can say this is the Diori. And just to make it clear, these are both good pedals, but there is something like a hype effect, you know? You can buy cheap stuff, which is good. You can buy a little bit more expensive stuff, which is great. And then you have to buy a lot of more money for hype, for features, which sometimes are just trash. And I'm going to tell you about that. So M520 versus M8000. The difference are a couple of these. First is the axle. The axle on the M520 is, of course, heavier because here we have way less material inside. The deeper the engineers went in drilling or removing the material, the thinner or the less diameter of that hole would be. And I can see here 3 levels. So they went deep into this axle. It's chromoly. This one is also chromoly, but here we only have the slot for the 6mm Allen key and here for the 8mm Allen key. Now, this one and this one, just the difference is just in the weight, because we cannot say that the heavier one will be more solid because this is already solid. So this is difference number one. Of course, for the XT wins here. Another thing that XT wins here is this lock bush. So this is the bush that will lock our inside bearing, and it will be also the part we are removing in order to disassemble the pedal. This is plastic and this is low quality plastic. In order to remove this one on the M520, you need a special tool. And if you don't have it, I do have it, but I lost it somewhere during my construction building here, and you use anything else for that, it's easy to damage it. It's very easy to damage it. So still good, cheap good, but this is not very good. And for these, you simply use 17mm spanner. So good. This is aluminum, so the magnet won't take it. And then actually the bearings, I think, are identical. The cones, identical. I don't see the difference in anything, weight and look and anything. We have 12 balls on each side. I mean, 2 bearings for each pedal, right? So 4 bearings for 2 pedals. And then the stack, of course. So this pedal is thicker. It's 20, like just over 20mm thick. So the stack will be 10mm, but the XT is only 1mm thinner. So it's not that much. It's something like this. So 1mm difference, which in terms of the stack, we only take into consideration the half of it, so not much difference. This is the old XTR 970, and the 970 is a little bit thicker than the new M520. So guys, these two I would not buy. Why so? Because this one is much more expensive than this one. And then in between these, there is M540, link in the description, which has this feature and this feature. It's considerably lighter than M520, just a little bit heavier than the XT. And this hype factor for the new XTRs is I have the newest XTR, the M9000 XTR, but this bearing on the XTR is way worse than this one on the XT. Also, the one on 520, you can see it, it feels way more kind of plasticky than this one, which is rubber. Feels like rubber. And it goes inside this lock bush. It works beautifully. So yes, XT is just good, but you can buy a cheaper one, similar design, M540, which will be also very good. So these are the differences, and yeah, from now on I will be really telling you what I would buy, what I wouldn't buy, just like I bought this bike. Amazing full suspension bike, super light, but for so much money. Even with the great discount I got, it was so expensive, and I would not buy it because I bought the same bike, not high modulus frame, at half the price, and I'm not faster on this one. The bike I have for half the price is about 1.5 kilo heavier, and it's still amazing. Looks as sexy as this one. Just great bike. More weight, but twice the amount of the money. And this one, well, I'm making great deal with this one because I bought it, you know, for how much? $350. I bought some nice cues, 1x9 drivetrain, and there will be air fork. So there are things, when you buy them, you will be happy. There are things that when you buy them, you will lose a lot of money, and you will be just as happy as just good things you would buy. I hope you understand what I mean, because this is pretty much the goal of my YouTube channel, buying stuff that actually makes sense. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.